Susie here. Hope everybody's doing well out there. It's early. I'm getting ready for work, and I figured I would show you guys how I'm going to try to make my own at-home iced coffee. So this is my first time really trying it with using my Keurig. I do have a Keurig machine, and so I thought, let me see if I can figure out a good way to make some iced coffee at home, because I do love the flavor of iced coffee and sometimes I'm craving one, but I don't want to have to spend money on Starbucks because it's not cheap, and I'm trying to watch my budget just as many of us are. And if you can make an iced coffee at home that is just as good, then you know Starbucks can just be like a special treat. But for my everyday cravings for iced coffee, I can just save some money and make it at home. So first thing I did was go ahead and power up my Keurig, and there's many videos on YouTube I'm sure that will show you how to make an iced coffee at home. A lot of them are going to be the same kind of process, so this is by no means like something different, but I just figured I would share with you guys how I do it, and then maybe that'll inspire you to want to do it at home. So for my coffee, I'm going to be using the Kirkland Signature Summit Roast. You can use any flavor coffee that you want. You can use like a hazelnut flavor. You can use, I mean, literally whatever coffee, but I would just make sure it's maybe more of a stronger coffee. That way it's not going to be too watered down when you add your ice in later. So maybe like a stronger coffee. So this is a medium roast, and it's just some coffee from Costco. So first of all, it's a Monday, so I'm going to have 2 cups of coffee today. First cup of coffee I'm going to make is just going to be my plain old, what I usually have on a Monday coffee. And then I'm going to brew a second cup of coffee, which we're going to put in the freezer to cool. So I'm going to go ahead and do my cup of coffee first. Then I'll show you guys how we do the second cup. All right, so here I'm brewing a cup of coffee in just a mug. I'm just gonna be basically using the mug as a vessel to just put it into the freezer to let the coffee cool down, because you definitely can't make an iced coffee with hot coffee. At least not with my machine, you can't. So I'm making this cup of coffee, then I'm gonna put the mug in the freezer, and I'm gonna let it sit in there while I finish getting ready. You could also do this the night before, or if you wanna just avoid this step altogether, you can buy one of those pre-made black coffee things at the grocery store, like the Stoke brand, and then all you really do is add your milk and everything to it. But since this is what I'm doing today, I'm just brewing this cup of coffee, and then we're going to go ahead and put it in the freezer. If you are doing it overnight, you can even put it in the fridge. But since I want to use this here in about an hour or so, I'm going to put it in the freezer. So here's my cup of coffee. Gonna put it in my freezer. All right, guys, so it's time to assemble our iced coffee. I just pulled the cup of the coffee out of the freezer, and it is cold. It doesn't have to be like ice cold, but it needs to be cool enough where it's not going to melt the ice. So I did actually buy a little iced coffee cup, and it's so cute. Look how cute. It's this really cute little glass iced coffee cup. So I do have to be really careful with this not to break it. And then it does have a little top here. And I got this yesterday at Home Goods, and it was like, I think it was $5.99 or $6.99. It was pretty cheap, but I love the print on it. So I do have that, and I do have my ice cubes, which I don't have an ice maker, so this is the best I could do. I have this little silicone ice cube tray from Dollar Tree, and they're shaped like little seashells. So that's really cute. So what I'm going to do is, I think I'm going to first off start by putting my ice in my cup. So I'm just going to pop these out, drop them in there. It's so cute that they're like little seashells. But that's the best I can do as far as the ice. And hopefully this will be enough ice because it's not much, to be honest with you. So I'm just going to pop some of those cubes of ice in there. I guess if you do have an ice maker, you can try to make, you know, more ice than I have here, because this isn't a ton, but that's just what I got. So that's what we're going to work with. Now I'm going to go ahead and pour my coffee in. So I'm going to do that over the sink. I don't want to make a mess. All right, so I did pour it in there. I'm just going to wipe it off. And now, lastly, you can kind of do whatever you like. You can do either milk, you can do cream, you can do half and half, you can do your favorite creamer, which is what I'm gonna do. So I have this Silk oatmeal cookie creamer, which is my favorite creamer. And we're just gonna add this. So we're just gonna add enough where it kind of looks like how you would drink your coffee. So if you like it a little bit more creamy, add just a little bit more. If you like it a little less creamy, just stirring it up. That looks about similar to what I like. I'm going to add just like a hair more. And it looks darker in the blue cup than it really is, but let's put our top on. There we go. Let's go ahead and give it a taste. Ooh, really, really good. Really good. Tastes just like an iced coffee. Has a really nice flavor from the oatmeal cookie creamer. And it has a really good flavor from the coffee. That's why it's important to use a coffee that is not too, you know, light. Like a light roast, I wouldn't do it. And I actually think this is just the right amount of ice. I don't like a ton of ice, so it's not going to get too watery. So I just bought this at Dollar Tree. It's like a little silicone ice cube mold. If you have a ice maker at your fridge, you can definitely just use that. But it's nice because you can customize. If you want to do milk and sugar, you can do that, but I would add the sugar while the coffee is still hot before you put it in the freezer so that it can melt. It's not going to melt as well once it's iced like this. But how cute. That literally tastes just as good as any Starbucks coffee that I've ever went and bought. And I made it at home. And it's really flavorful, very, very delicious. The only thing about this cup is that it's very cold, like really, really cold. So holding on to it is a bit cold. So if you're interested in making iced coffee at home, you can do it with your Keurig. You don't need any kind of special Keurig to do it. You don't even need any kind of special things. I mean, all you really need is a Q-cup to put your iced coffee in, you know, some good kind of strong coffee. You can use creamer, milk, half and half, whatever you like. And that's all you need. And ice, which even if you don't have an ice maker, you can still buy a little silicone ice mold, throw it in your freezer, and there you go. So I hope you guys found this video helpful. I hope you enjoyed it. And I hope this will inspire you to make iced coffees at home. You can play around, add different flavors, add different coffee syrups. You can make it your own, whatever kind of flavor that you like. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you in my next video. Bye guys.